Hey guys, what's going on? Mason again. Today's project is going to be working on some of the rust repair on the 1970 Dodge Dart project. Now I already have all the complete quarter cut off from it, as you can see. Um, Unfortunately, found a little bit more rust in spots than I was hoping for, which is the story of my life so far with this. I did go through and I replaced the trunk extension already. As you can see, that's all done. And I still need to grind the welds on it, but everything is plug welded in place and fits good. But I'm going to start working on removing the rocker, so I figured I would detail some of that information for you guys. So I think the first step in all of this is definitely to get your new panel first, especially before you start cutting anything. This is the new rocker from AMD. These are complete ones I got. I have these cheap, shitty ones, or Sherman rockers that I bought for like $40, and my best advice is to stay away from them. Save you 40 bucks, use it for gas money, take the old lady to dinner, but do not spend it on Sherman rockers, especially not for a Mopar A-body. They are not even remotely close to fitting the right shape at all. So unfortunately, bought the $200 some AMD rockers, but if these are going to alleviate my fitment issues, then it's definitely worth it. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to start using a wire wheel and removing the paint along this seam. As you can kind of already see where some of the spot welds already are, but removing the paint is going to make it a lot easier to see, especially who knows how much filler is in this. I'm not sure if the camera picks that up real well or not, but the car so far has been full of nothing but body filler and terrible paint jobs along the ears. See a couple different colors there. It was yellow at one point. White was the original color. So we'll get all the paint removed first, and then we'll start cutting some spot welds. Okay, now you can see how much easier it is to see all the spot welds now. It's definitely going to make it a lot easier to mark these and start removing them. And if you are using a grinder with one of these wire wheels on it like I am, it does work really well, but you have to take safety seriously with them. I can't tell you how many times I've had to pick out little strands of wire that have come out of the wire wheel, out of my jeans or t-shirt or hoodie, and that's why we have the heat off right now in the garage and the temperature turned down, just for that reason, so I can wear a hoodie, because I hate getting hit with the strands coming out of the wheel. Also, safety glasses, huge thing. I do actually have face shields. Sometimes I like those a little better when I'm grinding and stuff, but this works okay for these. Safety squints aren't going to cut it. Okay, now I've got all the holes marked. I just went through with a paint pen just to make them a little more clear and easy to see. You can see I'm going to have some repair work to do in the pillar here, because I'm not going to replace that, I don't think, unless I cut into it and find out it's even worse. But for this one, the two main ways of removal that I've found is you can rather drill them out or grind them out. And because this one, it's actually going to be easier for me to weld in from the back side, from the inside coming in, I'm going to drill these. So when I drill the hole all the way through, the hole will already be there. Then when I put the new part on, all I need to do is grind the back side of it and clamp everything together, and I'll be able to plug weld right in through the holes that I'm already drilling. Alright, now that all the holes are drilled out, we're going to take your favorite Harbor Freight chisel, which happens to be color matched to the car, and we're going to go ahead and start trying to split the seam. Okay, now for the most part, I got the rocker off. Initially I wasn't actually going to change the entire rocker, I was just going to kind of try to fix this stuff. But the pile of rat's nest that came out of this, or mouse nest, kind of really glad I decided to just do the whole thing. So now the problem is from twisting and pounding with the chisel, that whole bottom edge is not straight at all. So we're going to go along through with vice grips and hammer and dolly, and you know, try to clamp on here and straighten things out going down through. I'll get it close to the vice grips, and then I'll hammer and dolly everything flat, get it nice and straight. I still got a couple things I need to dress up, like this is part of the old rocker still up underneath the pillar. I'm going to try to get as much of that out as I can. Ideally, the right way to do it would be to replace and cut it all out through there. But the problem is the pillar in this actually is not in that bad a shape, and you can't really get these as replacement parts. So I'm going to save it, and just so I don't mess it up on the inside too much, I'm going to just cut this stuff off here. I may have to trim up the new rocker where it goes up inside, but get it so it fits as well as I can, and then the new rocker will, this will all hammer down on top of that and straighten out and be like new. Okay, I got the bottom edge of that pretty well straightened out now. So I can start mocking up the rocker. Because I didn't remove any of this here, I don't have any way to get the lip of the rocker up here like it would match over this side. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, just going to trim that lip off and stitch weld all this back in here. I know it's not exactly the perfect way to do it, but I don't have any reason to remove this inner panel at all. If I did, then it would be the perfect opportunity to do that, but I just don't have a reason to do that, so I'm going to try to do this as an alternative. Okay, now I got the rocker all trimmed up. You can see the two spots that I had to remove where I'm going to be seam welding it. Back here, and as well up front underneath the pillar. Again, like I said, it's just too difficult to get up in there and remove it, especially since it's already good metal. Like if this was being replaced, it'd be different, but I'm going to just seam weld it and cover it in seam sealer, and it'll be fine. Now then, for the next step, I'm going to go through and start prepping this to get welded on. Now because I drilled all the holes in this side, we're going to be welding to this, which will actually help because it'll be less finish work in the end for me. I mean, I'll still have to grind all the welds on the inside and do all that stuff, but it's not like I'll have to worry about making this edge perfect as far as, you know, grind welds, put filler in, all that kind of thing, because it's going to be done through the backside. But I'm going to have to prep this, get the E-coat off from here, and I'm going to use this 80 grit flap wheel. I probably could get away with just wire wheeling this, but this is one of those things that I would rather have ground a little better, just for the sake that I need to make sure we have a good surface to weld on. But you do have to be careful. Luckily, because this AMD product is really thick as far as, you know what I mean, being replacement sheet metal compared to especially those junk Sherman rockers. But you still got to be careful, make sure you don't take too much material off from this, because, you know, this is the strength, this is the structural of the car, especially being a unibody. Okay, now I got everything up in place and clamped together. Nothing more than a couple vice grips and a wood clamp that's probably older than I am. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start here at this joint and kind of work my way across. It's shouldn't go too bad. Just get the MIG welder fired up. I'm going to do the top first. I might start with a couple spots here and there on the bottom along the way, actually, just to make sure that it's all staying centered, because I do only have just the one clamp there. But I'll move to the back, start some tacks there, some tacks underneath as well, and again with up front, and then I'll finish zipping across the top, zip the bottom, and do our seam welds last. complete rocker welded in place. It is a little bit more of a pain in the ass, especially underneath, to work from the backside. I'd imagine if you had a 2-post lift that it would be quite significantly easier. So you're not laying under it while you're welding. But it's going to be a lot better product in the end because, as you can see, this is just burnt E-coat. Everything's smooth. So once I sand this out, a little bit of primer on it, and there'll be zero finish work to all of that. This pillar, hammered everything back flat, plug welded it. I haven't wire brushed anything or ground all the welds, so it still looks like shit here. But that all laid back nicely. So I will have to get some more gas for the welder and then continue on with the complete quarter. I do have to make a couple little patch pieces in this. The outer wheelhouse, everything was in really good shape except for this bottom edge. And I've already done this on the other side, so I'll get the complete quarter sitting on here. Once the quarter's on, I'll have to go underneath, measure, make a patch piece, and fill that all the way down through here. I do also have a little bit of rust here in this trunk support, so I'm gonna have to cut that out, make a new piece there, and then get this rear quarter on. The quarter was again, it's a huge project, but it's the way to do it correctly. You know, to do the quarter skin was significantly cheaper and easier, and it only came to here, so you still had all the original pieces that wrapped around the top, all this seam, which I did have rust in here, and this was rough cut. I gotta square this up again, make another patch piece for the pillar because they do not offer complete roofs or pillars for A-bodies. But you know, I could have done the skin, but I ended up with a seam all the way down through here that was like 6.5 feet long, and I was really concerned of warpage and all that. So I think this will be a better product in the end. Okay guys, that's it. That's the complete video on my rocker installation on my 1970 Dodge Dart. Now again, this would be the same for all 67 to 76 Mopar A-bodies. I'll try to get another video here in the next coming maybe week about installing the complete quarter. And we'll continue on with the rest of our project from there. I still have to get the Hemi tore down, the cylinder heads on, the cam in it, and then start building the K-frame for Mustang 2 front suspension. So I will make sure to get some videos of all of that, as well as possibly the truck project that's going on in the background here. This is kind of my brother's 85 Nissan 720 that's on Super Duty axles and 40s and getting coilovers in the front, 3-link suspension. So maybe I'll get him involved. We'll try to get some videos of that project going on because that is kind of exciting as well. So thanks again, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.